Hey guys, SuperHorrorBro Mike here, and in today's video we are doing a Dark Deception news recap. Now, as you probably know, I like to do one of these roughly every sort of 5 or 6 weeks, just to sort of catch up on the latest Dark Deception news as it comes out. And recently we haven't had too much in the way of new information since the last video about Dark Deception Chapter 4, Dark Deception Mobile, or of course Ayano's Lovesick Labyrinth, which is the Yandere Simulator crossover. However, over the past week or so we have had some new information about Dark Deception Chapter 4, and it seems to relate to the third portal in Chapter 4 we will be exploring. Not only have we had a Trigger Teddy voice reveal trailer, which is obviously another trailer I edited myself, well, I'll talk about that process in a minute, but also we had a screenshot of a cave-like system which seems to be the entrance point of Dark Deception Chapter 4. Now, I don't know this for sure. As I said, this is all speculation on my part. I work on the trailers, but I haven't actually seen Chapter 4 at all. The tweet said there's no light at the end of this tunnel, and then there's this sort of CGI render of a cave, which is obviously like a piece of the environment from Chapter 4. And so I was thinking, you know, what enemies would inhabit a cave in Chapter 4? And the only enemies that make sense to be in a cave are, of course, the bears, because in real life we see bears living in cave-like environments. They often nest or hibernate in a cave. So it seems that Mama Bear and her Trigger Teddies will in fact be living in this cave, and we will be entering into the cave in this darkness and trying to obviously grab all the soul shards and get out before we are captured. Now, this is kind of very different to how I pictured Mama Bear's setting being. I thought it might be in like a nursery or a toy factory or something like that, but in fact, even though Mama Bear is a giant stuffed toy and her Trigger Teddies are little teddy bears, the environment they inhabit seems like it will actually be a very naturalistic looking cave system. And so this has kind of got me thinking, well, what would the power be? You know, what would our secret power be in this level? And the only one I can really think of that makes sense is if it's going to take place in this darkness, is perhaps some kind of night vision, some kind of ability to see in the dark. Kind of how we had that ability that showed enemies up in the environment in Chapter 3. You know, we could see the enemies walking around the environment when we used that power. In Chapter 4, I'm guessing we'll probably want to use that power in conjunction with some kind of night vision power that allows us to see our environment. And obviously, while that's activated, collect as many soul shards as possible, wait for the power to regenerate while hiding, and then just sort of exploring a bit more. I don't know how it's going to work, but it seems like night vision or some way to see in the dark, if this is going to be like a very sort of dark environment, is indeed going to be the power we get. Now, this also got me to thinking like just how kind of claustrophobic this level is going to be and how scary it's going to be. As I said, I edited this new trailer, which is the Trigger Teddy voice reveal, and while I was editing the trailer, the actual voice samples used for the Trigger Teddies really freaked me out. Like, I was listening to it through the headphones again and again and again while I was mixing the audio, and I was just like, wow, this is really creepy. Like, I don't often say that about Dark Deception because inherently it's not made to be a super scary game. It's more like a sort of a spoopy, comical type horror game with some dark elements. However, there are some scary levels, such as the Monkey Madness stage, the Joy Joy Gang looks really scary, and of course the Gold Watchers are all stages that really creeped me out when I first played them. And so it has got the ability to be like a full-blown horror game at times, and I definitely think Chapter 4, with the Joy Joy Gang, with those roller skating nurses, and of course these Trigger Teddies, it's shaping up to be the scariest by far. And especially if we're going to be exploring environments such as this cave that take place in the dark, that is going to be super scary. Hearing the sounds of the bears, which I'll play for you in a minute, while we're exploring pitch blackness is just going to be a terrifying experience. But check out the Trigger Teddy voice reveal trailer. I'm going to play you a clip from it now, and then we'll report back in a second.
Babies, go and greet our guest.
So as you can hear from that voice reveal, or I should say the noises these Trigger Teddies make, they almost sound like gremlins from the movie Gremlins, if you've ever seen that movie. And they sort of make these horrible sort of like growling, snarling noises, and they kind of mouth basic words like mama out. It sounds horrible, and I can just imagine a pack of those things coming at you out of the darkness and you don't know quite where they are and you're trying to like locate them would be absolutely terrifying. The way they kind of seem to crawl out of Mama's body looks horrible as well. The way she's so happy and she's like, yeah, you know, greet our guest. She's like sending sending them out to find Doug in this level. It just seems really creepy, and I honestly think this has got the power to be the creepiest level so far, so I'm really excited to play it now. We still don't know when Chapter 4 is coming out. When it's ready, of course, we'll do a playthrough on the channel. We'll do the theories like we normally do in the secrets videos. I have been trying to just kind of keep the Dark Deception content down to the essential stuff, really, because I don't want to just spam out videos. There's not enough content out there to make constant videos on Dark Deception right now, so when there's some news, you know, I like to cover it in a video like this, and we've done that today. Give this video a like if you have enjoyed it. Remember to share it around if you think it will be useful to anyone, and of course, subscribe to the channel for more horror related content, and I will see you all on the next video.